Alright, Ronan MMA, welcome back to the channel. Now, Ian the vegan Magato Cherry has threatened legal action against Sean Strickland over a couple of tweets. Apparently, Sean Strickland was not just the hero that us fans needed. He was also the hero that some fighters needed as well. To me, this is extremely reminiscent of the whole Nina Agdal, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis situation. The only thing is that it kind of made me respect Nina Agdal a hell of a lot more, considering the shit she took on social media was so much more than what has gone on between Ian Garry and his wife and the whole WAG situation before she sought out any legal action whatsoever. As I said, we're going to go over some of his tweets. I'll play the videos that he uploaded to Twitter. I'll give my take on it. We'll talk about what possibly could Ian Garry be suing Sean Strickland for, or his wife be suing Sean Strickland for, because that's exactly what would happen. We would see the exact same kind of language that we heard around the Nina Agdal situation. Logan Paul saying, "This has nothing to do with me, it's all her, even though you're her significant other." You could probably talk to her and figure some of these things out. If you guys are together, about to be married, I consider you both to be suing him rather than just her. That's kind of what's happening here. It also is quite hilarious to me that such a cocky, confident, arrogant prick in Ian Garry would seek out legal action before just calling out Sean Strickland for a fight. Do you know what I mean? This is the fight game after all. They are only one weight class apart. Ian Garry is not a small welterweight. And instead of trying to fight Sean Strickland or build a storyline for a potential fight in the future, he just wants to sue him now. After the MMA guru made a video that went pretty viral about this whole situation, in which he exposed that Ian Garry's wife had written a book about how to be a WAG, which I didn't even know what that was until this whole saga began. But this is what basically people have been accusing her of being the entire time. She's very strange, or the whole relationship is very strange. She's much older than him. Ian Garry would have been just a child when that book was written. I don't even know if he was aware of it until now. She lives with him and the ex-husband. He took her last name. He's on a vegan diet because the ex-husband's got him on one as his nutritionist. Meanwhile, he's eating meat. All of it's very strange. Sean Strickland found all of this out, I guess, after I said the viral video from the MMA guru, and he decided to go to Twitter as one unhinged Sean Strickland might do. Now, the first tweet we'll just read out. Here's the thing, you guys. The man is clever. We got on to him. He has the woman, the black man, and the brown man in the league with them talking half your shit. Moral of the story, don't trust the man. Okay, so I don't know who really who he's referring to in this entire tweet, but regardless, I did see some stuff with Chris Curtis going on. But either way, we'll move up to the next tweet. You know, I've never talked about fighters' girls, but fuck, I almost feel bad for Ian Garry at this point, bro. Your girl is a succubus. That is the perfect word for her, by the way. Sorry, bro. It happens to us all once. You got played. Hashtag WAG. Hope you have a good prenup. As I said, I had never heard of that word before, and neither had Sean Strickland. He admits that in a video that he posted, and I believe he actually removed from Twitter, but regardless. Then he goes ahead and posts a screenshot of a message sent to him by Ian Garry. He says, "You put a man's mugshot on your shirt to shame him, and then you were saying you were going to sue me. Learn how to be a fucking man. Were you born without a ball sack, or did your wife remove them? Coward, utter fucking coward." Sean Strickland is the man, dude. I am so fucking happy this guy has a belt around his waist. Anyways, the message between Ian Garry is asking Sean Strickland, you're spreading hate and whatever, knowing from the source it's not true, and then you're partaking in harassment and defamation of character. Smart move would be to take it down. Sean Strickland replies with, "I'm not a lawyer. I'm just a guy who's trying to help a cuck." Lol. Like, dude, this guy's amazing. Anyways, sue me. Get in line, motherfucker. There are a few in front of you, I would imagine. Okay. I would respect you more if you threatened violence against me, but I guess it makes sense. Cuck. That's what I was thinking. Why would Ian Garry not just try to call him out for a fight? Or, as I said, at the very least, build a storyline for a potential fight. Just start talking shit to him. Also, pal, none of it is false. She wrote the book. Everything else is just opinion, right? If I see a 40-year-old woman with a 25-year-old man, and she wrote a book 10 years ago, 11 years ago, about how to bag an athlete so that you can be basically an athlete's wife as a living, that's literally the book overview says as the hot new career option. Everything else is just opinion. You are a public figure. People are allowed to have opinions of you. There is no harassment going on. Sean Strickland is not tagging her in these tweets, tagging her in these videos. There's no directed harassment. Hey, you fuck, block. Use the block function. It's there for a reason. If you don't want to see it, block it, mute it, whatever the fuck you do, right? I'm sure that it would still show up on his feed via people sharing it and whatnot, but just mute the posts or whatever the fuck, okay? Sean, what you're doing is spreading hate, lies, and harassment. I'm trying to help you out, blah, blah, trying to be a pal, okay? You just threatened to sue him, and then you're acting as though you're doing him a favor. I don't think there's any basis to sue whatsoever. As I just said, they are both public figures. She wrote that book. If somebody points out the fact that she wrote that book and then gives their opinion on her current relationship, on everything that's going on, that's not defamation of character. That's not harassment. Somebody would have to actually say some, like, a factual statement that's incorrect about her, not just give an opinion. It's a lot harder to sue for defamation, for harassment, not harassment, but this isn't harassment. It's a lot harder to sue for defamation when you are a public figure. There are more requirements that need to be met before you can go ahead with that lawsuit. And then after that, it was just some stuff about Chris Curtis that there's not a whole lot of context for. But what I will say is that Sean Strickland is just trying to be that friend that tells you shit that you need to hear that you don't necessarily want to, because it might hurt your feelings. Do you know what I mean? Sean Strickland is trying to get through to Ian Garry. He's trying to talk to him, tell him what's going on. Come help me. I'll help you. We can get you a ring girl or two at the same time, whatever. I'll play those videos for you as well.
Guys, I never talk about anybody's spouses, but this shit ain't right. It ain't fucking right. I gotta talk about it. Ian Garry, I remember when I met you, dude. It was in New York. You were this fine-ass girl. She had the little nipple coverings. We all fucking seen it, right? Everybody fucking seen it. But I remember thinking to myself, there ain't something right about that girl. There's something about that woman that ain't fucking right. The way she walked, the way she looked, the way she talked, I knew it. Now I'm finding out you're 26, she's fucking 40, the ex-fucking husband lives with you, you took the last name, motherfucker, she wrote a book on how to be a wag. I didn't know what a wag was until now, dude. This shit ain't right, dude. She's a succubus. You gotta run away, bro. Hot girls are a dime a dozen. We'll get you one, we'll get you ring girls, we'll get you two at the same time, bro. You gotta pull the ripcord, man. It ain't fucking right, my friend. You gotta pull that fucking ripcord. I'm here for you, the Making News here for you. Do the right things, Ian Garry. Fucking pull that fucking rip. You just give me a call if you need me. And this motherfucker, he says, I'm gonna sue you if you don't fucking delete that. You're gonna sue me, motherfucker. He said that I was lying. Motherfucker, I ain't lying. You are 26. She is 40. She wrote a fucking book on how to be old and be with a young athlete. I ain't fucking lying, bro. This is factual. And Ian Garry, I don't give a fuck about being sued. You think I give a fuck about that? You want me to respect you. You say that I'm going to go fucking to Bass Pro Shop, wherever the fuck you go. I'm going to go buy a 9. I'm going to handle this like a man. I would have respected that. I don't fucking respect that. But hey, I fucking expect nothing else from a man like you.
But Jesus Christ, man, to threaten legal action over a couple of tweets, which this makes me a little concerned for the MMA guru, simply because his video got a lot of traction. The last time I checked, which was 24 hours ago, it had 120,000 views. I would imagine it's much more since then. I hope that all of these content creators that are giving their fucking opinion on a matter based on factual evidence, okay, that she wrote that book, that she is much older than him, that he did take her last name, that her ex-husband does fucking live with them, and that he's a vegan. Meanwhile, the ex-husband is down in ribeye steaks at fucking Conor McGregor's Forged, whatever it is called. You know what I mean? This is insane to me, dude. Ian the vegan, I don't drink dairy, is it's just making it worse and worse. And then also he's feeding into it by posting all of the shit. Now I will say this, if his only goal is to remain relevant, then he's doing a damn good job, because some might say any press is good press, but this to me, especially in a world like MMA, is not a good thing. And this isn't good press. I don't care if it's press and you are in the headlines. There's been no news whatsoever regarding MMA. There's been tons of articles written about this whole situation. Ian Garry's name is fucking everywhere. You can't sue over this shit, dude. When Sean Strickland says your girl is a succubus, that is one of the best ways you could possibly describe her. She took a very young man, she seduced him for her gain, or at the very least, that's what it appears to be, and that's the opinions that people are giving. That's not something you can sue for defamation over. I almost hope, not for Sean Strickland's sake, but for the sake of exposing Ian Magato Cherry, Ian fucking the vegan, I don't drink dairy, all that shit, exposing him for being an absolute pussy, and even more of a fucking cock, that he lets his wife sue men for making a couple of tweets about their public life and their public situation and the shit. She was trying to sell the book off the back of this, and then she wants to claim about harassment and shit. She was literally making Instagram stories, giving the link to the book, trying to get people to go buy it. This is bullshit. What a pussy. How the fuck are you gonna sue over a couple of tweets? Literally, I just read them out to you. There was a couple, and then the 2 videos that we watched earlier. Insane shit, man. I wasn't going to cover this topic because I didn't want to just repeat all of the same shit that everybody had been saying, but when I saw that he threatened legal action against the one and only Sean Strickland, the fucking people's champion, who is also the champion, it irritated me, and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. You can't sue when you're a public figure and somebody's giving an opinion about you. It's just, you just can't do it. But I hope that he goes ahead and tries, so that the whole MMA community can see what a fucking pussy he is. How whipped he is that he would let his wife sue colleagues, essentially, over a couple of tweets. And again, I don't hope so for their sake. My cat just fucking jumped on my desk, but it is what it is. I wonder if the MMA Guru is going to get sued, because his video was kind of what blew this all up. I don't think that there's any basis for it, but we will see. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you at the next video. Bye-bye.